Hey ladies, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing
Good,
amazing,
how are you?
amazing. I'm in my tropical island by myself, pretending like I am by myself. And I'm doing well. I'm doing well, y'all. So we got some more people joining. I'm gonna allow everyone to jump in. Really excited about tonight because most importantly, I'm excited about that homework that I saw tonight. So some amazing finds and just some individuals really thinking outside of the box. And that's what it's really about. Um, Before I begin, I wanted to make sure I gave a virtual shout out to Raquel for being the bar community leader. There you go. For being the bar community leaders by basically being a community leader and doing exactly what she's supposed to be doing. And that's encouraging, connecting, and engaging. So I wanted to give her that shout. And then I also had two additional shouts. And I was hoping that I could have the picture by now. But it looks like they're still working on I'll post the picture. I'll post the picture by tomorrow for sure. But it's a shout out. I'll just go ahead and give it away. It's a shout out to Vanessa Parks and Thelma. I don't know if they're on yet, but both of them for just really being highly engaged in our our modules. And so it's important that we just highlight those that are moving forward and doing things that they're supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be set up a little bit differently here. And so there we go. Whew, goodness. Okay, so I'm excited. Charmaine, are you eating good? Because I can see you. What are you eating over there?
Fried mushrooms.
Oh, yes. Because I was like, what is she eating? That looks good. Okay. So again, ladies, thank you so much for just your patience and jumping in tonight. Tonight we had a couple of technical difficulties, but we won't let that stop you. So tell me, how was the homework? Let's go with that first. Let's lead into that, to the fun stuff. How was homework? How was homework, April?
Challenging.
Challenging. Okay, so I want you to elaborate for me. Tell me what was challenging about the homework.
Well, I think when it got down to the financial part of the business plan,
Mm-hmm.
that's where I clammed up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
And
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because these are important things. This is what happens if I wasn't around, right?
yeah,
This would be happening while you're trying to get your business together, while you're trying to get things started. This is something that won't go away until you address it, right? So let's get to it. Tell me what part of that was. I'll let you give the word. What was the word you could describe it when you start to do the financial part?
I think I was thinking too much,
Mm-hmm.
going too deep into it,
Yeah.
I know in the financial plan you need to state what the money would be used for, what you need finances, to help finance with. But for me, it was more of how to word it, how to put it,
Mm-hmm.
how to make them believe that I actually need this.
Okay. So if I gave you, well, tell me again, what was your ask? What's your financial ask right now? Well, if you had an investor and they were saying, yeah, we believe in what you're doing. How much do you need? What's your financial ask?
400,000
Okay, 400,000. So what would you do with 400,000? What do you need $400,000 for?
for my training programs, for my consulting groups, for my aides, for my recruiting services, for just aides and anything that's gonna help me with the recruiting group. But I know I have to state what I need it for. Like I got to be able to tell them.
I mean,
I did that. I listed that, but I mean, was that too plain to say it that way, or did we need to did I need to say I need it because of this and list why I need it because of this? Just go further into it.
so
I'm
I
all
like
over the place.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I like the fact that you're digging deep, and that's what it's about. It's about digging deep, but it's also about research,
Okay.
as well. And so the only way you'll get stuck is if you lack information, right? If you lack the details of what to do. So, for instance, you put here 50K for training aids. Okay, so that means in some form, some part of your brain, you calculated each training aid is XYZ, right? And if you didn't do it, well, then that's a part of the research.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
When you guys watch the video, does anyone remember? Let's see. Does anyone remember my example of how I did research? Does anyone remember my example? I already put April on the spot, but April, if you know it, you can say it. But anyone else remember what my example was on how I researched my competition, how I researched to find out what types of services and what types of products I should be using.
You went to other places that were doing the same thing, other competitors or vendors and got their information.
I tricked those people. I said my name was Charmaine, and I need I need 10 different customer service professionals by Thursday, whatever. And I got that information. Now, are there other ways that you could do it? Absolutely. You can research until your eyes turn blue. But until you figure out who your competitors are and identify what they look like, you won't know what the current market is even gravitating towards. That's just like when you go for a company and the company says, oh, no, we already have someone that we're working with. Well, guess what? That's your target person right there. If they already have somebody that they're working with, what does that mean? It means that they pay for recruiters. That's what that means. That means yes. You're a no right now because you don't know me yet, but wait till you get to know me, then it's gonna be yes. So what I'm saying is, guys, when it comes down to just understanding the whole business flow, the business plan, I wanted you guys to just be as realistic as possible, do your research, figure those things out. It takes, maybe you could do 3 phone calls or even researching it. Let me scale back. So we have 2 different types of people on the line tonight. One type of person wants to have a freelancing business, right? The other person wants to have a recruiting and staffing firm. Both are feasible, but both start at the same place, kind of. Do you know what I mean? Because typically coming out of the box, you don't jump into a staffing and recruiting situation super fast. People are going after you. They want to get to know you. They're trying to get to know who you are. They're liking something about what you say, what you represent. So that's the reason why we start off with the business plan and the customer discovery. The customer discovery was for you to understand who you're talking to understand who you're targeting. Remember, you have 2 customers. One customer is talent. The other customer is the business that's going to hire you to find the talent. Both have to be represented in the business plan because you have to go after both. That's the thing about being a recruiter, right? You have to go after both. You're skilled enough to have to go after both. So, but again, I'm gonna go back. You don't have to do this in a business format where you're trying to start a recruiting business. You can do this in a freelancing business format where you're starting your own freelancing first, and then you're diving into to staffing, because you got to create a name. So with all of that being said, initially, you may not even desire to have an investor. Initially, you may not, or you may. All of these questions are not, they're not what I can tell you, but I can just point you in the right direction. I can coach you on how to do it, but I can't tell you which way is best for you, right? Whatever way is best for you is the way that I want it to be conveyed on this business plan. I hope that makes sense. If I don't make sense, stop me now so that I can make sure that I'm explaining it to you guys properly, okay? Because it's really important to me that you guys know, you know, who you're trying to get to. That's why I went into the whole niche thing, because I want you to be so comfortable with who you're targeting. Okay. So good job, April. I want to let you know you did a good job. Your financial plan didn't have a breakdown of every single detail, but it showed me where your thought process was. You said you wanted 300,000 to start the business. You wanted to have 100,000 for workshops, 50,000 for training aids, 50,000 for course materials, right? So at the end of the day, you talked about your talents, your resources, what you wanted to achieve. You gave me a business plan. It does not have to be 159 pages, right? But but it will evolve the more you put into it. When you're ready to represent for real and bring this to an investor, you're going to know after tonight some of the things that investors look for and what they want to see. The realest I can tell you with an investor, they want to see that you're already making money.
Mhm,
Period.
mhm.
And I've sat down with the best of them. You can research who was connected to my web app, my Talent to Go web app, Paul Judge, his fiance ish, Tanya, you know, all of those individuals, that's what they said. Monique, you got to make money so that you can get money, period. The hedge fund and those apps that come out of Silicon Valley with immediate money or immediate investors, or those startups that have those immediate investors, normally they have a certain connection with someone, and that's how it happens from an investor perspective. But you can participate in a couple of different things that can get you investment money. So I wanted to kind of split up our time today to talk about it from a freelance perspective, as well as from you really wanting to do this as a business and go out and get those investors. Okay. So we're going to, not just investors, but to pitch your idea, all of this stuff is very important. Okay. So we're going to talk about that tonight. I'm communicating with Jessica to see who is, yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure we had two individuals that we considered our star students for tonight's homework assignment. And I wanted to make sure I highlight those individuals. The first person is Shelly Webb. So Shelly, I think you won last week too. If I'm not right, if not
I
right.
did, and I thought I did terrible on my homework. I was just sitting here telling because I'm still working with a client right now with their hair.
Okay.
I was just sitting here telling her, and I'm like, yeah, I did terrible on my homework, but I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna listen today. so I can do it
What
again.
in the world? I don't understand, y'all. I do not. I do not. I have no clue what y'all be thinking about. So, did anyone else think that they did terrible? I want to see who else thought they did terrible on their homework. Okay, so April, we know that was not true for you. Okay, Shelly, unless I'm looking. Let me make sure.
Don't beat me. Don't beat me.
I'm just trying to make sure this is the right name. Let me just make sure this is the cosmetology school that you're recruiting different people for, the staffing agency that will recruit students and such from a salon perspective. Is that correct?
Yes, that's mine.
Okay.
Stop looking like that, Monique.
I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know who's been whispering in your ear, telling you you're not good enough, you're not qualified, but we're gonna cancel that tonight because what I'm looking at here is a very realistic statement and projected profit and loss statement, and we're gonna showcase that tonight. And it's realistic. It's realistic, and I'll show you why it's realistic. Because unless you have a backer, unless you have an investor, the numbers that you projected are very realistic and attainable. Okay. I would probably beef up the numbers in 2024, but either way, it's very attainable. Okay.
Awesome.
So that was our one of our star students who didn't know she even did good in the first place. The other person, I'm going to showcase both of these individuals. And so then the other person was Larissa Knight. Larissa Knight, I think she won last week as well. Y'all, I promise we're not doing this on purpose, but she won last week as well. And then we had an honorable mention, which is Raquel Miller. So she was an honorable mention as well. So they all three of them really, really shine through. Now, I will say this, everybody did a great job. It's just some of these individuals that I'm mentioning, they went into depth or they illustrated certain things that were necessary in order for you to really understand their business plan. And so that's what it's about. It's about, hey, if I'm an investor, will I understand what you're saying? April, I got the gist of it, but yeah, did you need to do a little bit of homework? Probably, yes. A little bit more research, but this is just our start. This is not the end all be all, okay? So this is just the start, y'all. So we're just starting off, and we're going to continue to move forward. For those who did not complete their business plan assignment, listen, you need to do that. You need to do it because it's so imperative, y'all. It's super imperative for you to, if you don't have a vision of where you are going, where are you going? What are you doing? You just out here in these good streets messing up somebody's stuff because you have no vision, you have no plan. So we don't want that. Don't do half work in here and then leave out of here and be like, y'all know bar training didn't teach me nothing. No, ma'am, and no, sir. We're not gonna do that. I want you guys to be 100% prepared, and it starts with you. Okay, so we're going to go into the freelance business plan, and then I'm going to jump into more of a pitch deck because I really want you guys to be able to pitch. And if you're skilled, you can pitch without a full 10-page business plan. You know, with April, with what you have, you could pitch. You get what I'm saying? You don't need a whole lot of stuff to pitch. And I'm going to show you guys that tonight. So let's jump on in. Any questions before we get started? Y'all know I have to put on my mama hat, and I got to put on my auntie hat, and I put on my friend hat, right? It's okay. I still love you though. It is okay with me, honey, because I'm going to get you right. You're going to be so happy with me. You're going to be like, thank you for being hard on me, girl. I'm going to be like, you're welcome. Give me some money. All right. So this is our freelancer business plan outline. I want to give you guys just understanding of why each section is important, okay? The executive summary does not have to be this long drawn out piece. It really truly is something that can be created at the end, right? Because this to me is like, after you figure out all of this stuff, after you understand everything that you're trying to do, this is my executive summary. This is the problem that I am solving. This is the solution. This is the people who helped me be the founder or co-founder of this. This is me listing out the stakeholders and the owners and any type of important financial details. Now, when I say important, that means if you already made 10K, if you already made 5K in your business, I don't care if you made 500, put it in here, because this is basically saying, this is where we are. Okay. I want to draw you in because I know as an investor, this is where you're looking at. You want to know who you're connected to. So you can't be connected to Kiki and Bonquan Shaniqua because they're your best friends, right? Oh, yeah. She work at this spot and she know how to do this. So I'm going to put her down. No. We're not going to do that, because they're not going to do nothing but play with your business. They're not going to be serious. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I would put my friends in celebrity friends, regular friends, any kind of friends that I have. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put you in. When it came down to meeting, there would be ghosts. Initially, they were like, yes, girl, I believe in you, girl. I am your sister. But when it came down to it, they were gone. They were doing their own thing. And so you have to realize that you got to have some advisors that are either already millionaires, headed towards $500,000 or millionaire status, have made some movement in the industry that you're desiring to go in, or someone who has knowledge of it and who can dedicate that time. So when you go on your executive summary, you keeping it real. Hey, even if it is your mom, because my sister at one time was my accounts payable person. Hey, listen, Bianca, how many hours can you dedicate to doing payroll for me? I'm not asking for every day. I'm not asking for 40 hours a week. I'm not asking even for 30 hours a week. How much can I pay you? And you're actually going to do the work. How's that going to look? Okay. And you have to keep it real. If they don't do their end of the bargain, you have to fire them. You got to let them go, right? So the executive summary is for those individuals that are serious about your business, period. And advisors are included. I see Larissa added me as an advisor. I was like, okay, I'll do that. I'm an advisor. I got you. I'm your coach. I'm with you. But that's important for me. That's important for me as an investor to look and see those things, okay? Any questions on executive summary before we go into company description? Okay. All right. So the company description, again, this is a bird's eye view of the entire business, right? You want to know, is it an LLC? Is it a DBA, sole proprietorship, S Corp, C Corp, nonprofit? What is it? What state? What county are you registered in, right? What is the company's history? Why was the company founded in the first place? Give the audience an understanding of that, okay? Your mission statement, we're going to talk about mission statements in just a second. As a matter of fact, while I'm talking, I want you to begin to think about your mission statement, okay? I want you to start to think about that. I want to make sure I have my So what's in a name? Okay, yeah, I want that up there. And I want to talk about the mission statement too. I guess we'll talk about name first. Anybody for sure on their name? Like, I know we're playing with names right now, but I want to know for sure what's your name going to be?
I'm for sure on my name.
Okay.
Deluxe Staffing Agency.
I like that. Who's talking?
That's Shelly.
Shelly, the Lux Staffing Agency. I don't know what it is about that, but I really like it. And I'll tell you too what else I like about it, Shelly, the model. Currently, your business model, I'm sorry, I'm looking for where I was at. Currently, your business model, here we go. Your business model is unique. It's not typical, but guess what? If you do your research, which I really want you to continue to hone into that, a lot of people are starting schools, are salon schools, and doing things of that
Mhm.
nature. And so you are on the brink of something really huge. You just don't even know it yet, but you're on the brink of something big. And what if you could go into an establishment? I'm talking about these women are millionaires. Millionaires. I'm friends with them. Millionaires. Tiffany Nicole. I got another girl. My sister just went through her program out in Austell. These ladies are making millions of dollars because to teach students how to become whatever, cosmetologist, esthetician, I don't know, whichever one it is. And the students are paying them big money. Think about what you could charge.
Right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
You're on, let me tell you, you're on point. You're on point. So that's one. I like the name. Give me another name. Vanessa, what's the name of your business looking like? What name are you playing with? Vanessa, you still there?
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. I put Pretz Top Notch Recruiting Agency.
Say that first name again.
Pretz Top Notch Recruiting Agency.
Okay, and are we saying Prince? Prin?
Pret Prat Parsley, yes.
Okay, oh,
Pretz
Prats. Okay. Now say
Pretz Top Notch Recruiting Agency.
with a name like Prats, I'll tell you, Vanessa, you may not need to go into the top notch.
Okay.
That could be a part of your mantra. That could be a part of your headline, tagline. But Prats is a very distinguished name.
Hmm.
It sounds like some white kid from Massachusetts. So you don't know who it's coming from. You don't know who's behind it, right?
Hmm.
So really, really dig into that name. Do your research. I don't know if you already researched on the Secretary of State's website in your state, but do that and check out that name, because top notch can be extra. I mean, you may not even need all of that. Remember,
Okay.
yeah. But I like the name Prax though. It gives something. I see industrial. I see logistics, supply chain, Prax. I see that. So that's
Hmm.
good, but I wouldn't add the top notch. But that's my opinion. And let me just do that disclaimer. I'm not perfect. I'm just telling you that I know the industry. So if you give me
Okay.
a name and I give you something back and say, think about that a little bit, you can say, I thought about it and I like top notch. And that's just perfectly fine. Okay. So don't get caught up with what I'm saying. Understand what's best for you. But I'm just gonna give you
No,
my advice.
no, thank you for your opinion, because actually it's in memory of my daughter.
Okay.
So I short her name. I call her Pratt, but she said it top notch. So Pratt is fine. It still represent her, and it have
Okay.
meaning to it because I can be able to help somebody else.
That's right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, my condolences to you and your baby girl, and praying for you. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, Michelle, what is your name? I don't think I can hear you. Let me make sure I'm good on my end.
It's actually WOYOT abbreviation, for work on your own time. So initially my niche was going to be just customer service, but when I first came up with that name, I was initially thinking about remote workers. So I think I'm gonna use that as my niche, and if I want to branch out after that, then I'll do that, but I think I'm gonna stick with the WOYOT, work on your own time.
Okay. Okay. Statistics have shown that YOYOT, right?
WOYOT.
Yeah, WOYOT. Statistics have shown that things that start with W, depending on how you place the W, can be really, really positive. For whatever reason, people, individuals like the W. I know it sounds weird, but believe it or not, the way you position it. So with your name, the big thing for you is going to be logo. That's going to be the biggest piece for you, Michelle, with your name. I have a couple of individuals that I can refer to you, but I want you to really, really hone into, if you don't put money into like website or this or that, put money into your logo.
Okay.
Because that's going to be your stamp. And yeah, there's a lot that you can do with that W to make it really pop. And because that's the first letter and it's such a different name.
Oh boy. Yeah, that costs some.
And so people typically will have a nickname of how they even say it. So be playing, Michelle, be playing with that name too, as far as like how you want individuals to say it. Think of those things like that. Think of hashtags, all of that stuff. And everything I'm telling her, y'all, I'm saying it to everybody at one time. Hashtags, think of hashtags. Think of all those things as it comes to your company description, and even placing that information here in the company description. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, last person, Raquel. Give me a name.
Mine is Career Anchor.
Okay, details. Give me details on that.
So spiritually, you know what it means to be like anchored in the Lord and in faith. So I wanted to be like, I provide not only the employers, but, talents with, when you're working with Career Anchor, it's like you're well positioned with us. Like we are the key to your next step. So we're the key for the employers to find their talent. We're the key for the talent to find positions, that fit their lifestyle. So I just have that, like I'm trying to come up with a mission statement for that, but I know for sure that's the name because of what it represents. So I'm just trying to make it make sense, of course, in like a mission statement or something.
Okay. Continue to play with that career. I love Anchor. Play with the career. Play with talent Anchor, because you're talking about talent on both ends. You know what I mean? So just play with those things. Just continue to play with it. But I love the concept. I like Anchor a lot. If there's a way you can put Anchor first instead of career, think of that too. But Anchor is a powerful, powerful word. And so just make sure you're leading in that. But that's good. Very good. All right. So I want you guys to be making sure that you search your state's business, Secretary of State business, on if that business is actually already here or not, because that's important. I want you all to make sure that once you are confirmed with the name, once you're confirmed with the business entity type, LLC, DBA, whatever, I want you to get an EIN number. This is very important, okay? Because you need to have your EIN number sooner than later, especially for some things that we have in store, okay? Even like I said, we're not playing, and this is an accelerated program. We're not playing. We're trying to get to the money before this ends. So I need everybody to have their EIN together, period. All right, next up, products and services. Any questions with company description? Okay. All right, products and services. So here's what, and this is one of the reasons why Shelly was listed on here, because what she provided was a differentiator. I want you guys to start thinking of some differentiators. One of the differentiators within our business, just the Fresh Talent Sources business, is the fact that we are convergence of right fit methodology, meaning we don't just work for the company, but we work for the talent too. And we want to converge them together to make sure that both are a right fit. Okay. That's one of our differentiators. There's multiple. I want you to be thinking of your differentiator. What makes you different? And I want you to write like you're speaking to your customers' needs. Think about who they are, why they even need a customer service. Think about customer service people. Think about work from home people. Why do they want to work from home? I want to work from home because I want to be able to see my child. I want to be in the room in the vicinity with her or him. Maybe I want to work from home because COVID-19 has been crazy. I've had people pass in my family. Maybe I want to work from home because I don't work well. I have ADD. I have a real thing, and maybe it distracts me when I'm in the office and I don't get the things done that I could get done and when I'm working from home. So what am I doing right now? I'm thinking it from a perspective of my target audience. Customer service. Let's talk about the hiring manager. I want somebody else to go. Hiring manager for customer service. What are your pain points? What are you tired of? I know many. What are you tired of as a customer service hiring manager? You tired of it? Come on, y'all. Go ahead. Unmute, talk. Let's do this. What are you tired of, Julia? As the customer service manager, what are you absolutely tired of? What do you need somebody to come in and fix, solve, help you with?
As a hiring manager?
Yep.
Well, I mean, I know one thing that's big in customer service is being on time.
Okay.
As far as being on the phones, showing up late. Yeah.
Okay.
Another area is maybe people who aren't that tech savvy in regards to typing and talking, toggling through screens at the same time.
I see where you're going somewhere with this, but keep going, keep playing with that. What I want you guys to understand, your products and services should be a solution. You understand what I'm saying? Your products and services should. I have a product now called Talent to Go. It's a web app. It was founded in 2018. It was selected by Ascend 2020 and JP Morgan and Chase, along with Tech Square Labs, owned by Paul Judge. And what they did, what they loved about what I was doing was I was creating a solution. I was creating a solution to problems with startup businesses and small businesses. They don't have a staff. They need freelancers, but they don't want to choose Iqbal from India to do their work, because guess what? They don't comprehend the right way. They're not pre-vetted. They don't understand. So my process not only utilizes artificial intelligence to scrape the behavior patterns of that person, but it also helps them to have a right fit by having pre-vetted, pre-screened, pre-assessed freelancers. So by the time they get to you and you ready to hire them, they're ready. They're proven and they're ready. Not reviews paid by other people, but they're ready. That was the problem in the earth at the time. And so what are you doing? So maybe I like what she said, they're not on time. What if you as a staffing agency, one of the products or services that you offered was something where you had a bonus or a check-in or some sort of time clock that you partnered with. So when your employees when your customer service people came in, they had to, in order to get paid, they had to clock in, or after so many docs, they're out or something like that. You get what I'm saying? These are services and products that solve a problem. Give me something else. Healthcare. Who's doing healthcare? I know Charmaine is doing healthcare. I'm just waiting on her to say, yes, I'm doing healthcare. Okay. So Charmaine is doing
Yes.
healthcare. Charmaine is doing healthcare. So with healthcare, you know, you got those CNAs, you got those RNs, you have those, you know, all of these different types of individuals. What are some problems that hiring managers are having with those individuals? Well, perhaps it's the fact that they'll go one place, get, you know, a sign-on bonus for $4,000, and then after a couple of months, they see somebody else offering a sign-on bonus for $10,000, and they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna pay this one off and go get this one. I'm gonna go, you know what I mean? Like they're just moving and shaking. So what kind of service can you create, or product that you can create that can help streamline that problem or that process? What type of method? You get what I'm saying, y'all? Am I making sense, or am I talking crazy? Y'all let me know. Am I talking good?
Making sense.
Yeah, you're talking good.
Okay. All right. So this is what it's about. People think the money is over here. Y'all think the money is over here. That ain't where the money at. This is where the money is. That's where the money resides. Products and services. What you can do to fill a current need in the marketplace. Period. So that's what I want y'all to be thinking about. It's time out for, I know it may sound like I'm dragging this in the mud, but I love Shelly's idea because it's out of the box. When you think of a recruiting firm, you're not even thinking recruiting students. Wait a minute. Into a multi-billion-dollar industry? Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Like, that's what it's about. So what could you do? What could you offer that is just as that is different, groundbreaking, innovative? What could you offer? Anybody come up with anything? And even thinking about what the hiring managers is looking to solve, y'all. I want y'all to be thinking about that. It's super, super important that you think about that. All right, moving on. Market analysis. So I love this section because I'm a marketing person. I added an exercise. And did anyone get a chance to walk through that exercise yet? So I gave you guys an exercise to really, really hone into understanding who you are and who you want your customer to be. And here in this section is where we talk about that marketing analysis. It's called comparative marketing analysis. And that's when you compare different companies, where they are, what they have going on, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. I actually pulled up a piece that I wanted to show you from a plan that I had from a while back. The factors are here. You want to look at their products, their pricing, the quality of it, the selection, the service, the reliability, the stability, all of this stuff. And this can happen through just researching. Company reputation is research, but location, of course, that's set in stone, and appearance. Ooh, that's a good one. I should put presentation instead of appearance. So now you put your stuff in here. I'm actually gonna send y'all this. What are my products? What do I have to offer? What are my price ranges? Blah, blah, blah. Now, who's your competitor? And who's your other competitor? I'm pretty sure if you guys start calling around and asking about even small to medium sized businesses that focus in the area that you want to focus on. There's a company called, I'm thinking about Michelle's remote business. Darn it. Man.
Is it the big company, Arise?
No.
A small company?
It's a small company. The pink, the logo, the theme is pink, y'all. I can't think of it, but it's small, but it's getting a little bit popular. Anyway, it's for moms. who want to work from home. And it's a recruiting agency that charges a subscription fee. That's a product and a service. Did they just invent that on their own? Are they the only ones that can do that? No. I have a subscription service with what I give to various, it depends on the company, to give to various companies. So is a subscription service only for that company? Oh, they already got it going on. No, ma'am, and no, sir. So Michelle, you're targeting, but what if you slimmed down even more and made it towards Black moms? Oh my goodness. Diversified, YOWO, you know, whatever. What if you made it to where you're not just giving them remote people, you're giving them remote people that are diversity and inclusive, and their moms that got it going on. Who says single moms don't have it going on? A lot of people do. But what if you broke the mold and you found some bad single moms for different roles, right?
Right.
That had it going on. That's your differentiator. Y'all better hear me. I'm really spitting game and y'all not even catching it. I'm telling you, that is what it's about. Period.
I caught it.
You caught it. Michelle said, I got it. Come on now, Michelle. Michelle said, wait a minute, I got it. All right. So how important is that differentiator to your customer? Absolutely important. In this day and age, every person, every company, every CEO, even if they don't like Black people, are talking about Black Lives Matter. So you come with some type of diversity initiative. Oh my Lord. Booyah. And remote, booyah. I'm going to show you how to make money on that too, Michelle. Don't you worry your pretty little head. Okay, here we go. So we have this. I don't want to get this too distracted because y'all know I get distracted, okay? So I'm going to keep going. No, marketing analysis. So that's what a marketing analysis really looks like. It's you just basically defining who your audience is, where they are, how you'll connect with them, and then talking about also your competitors, who they are, what's the difference between you and them, what separates you from them, what's their strengths, what's your strengths, what's their weaknesses, and how you shine on top of their weaknesses. That's a real marketing analysis. And it's not real long, and it's not a whole bunch of stuff. It's just boom, 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 to the point. Okay? Management team. Somebody also, I feel like we had 3 winners last week, but I only remember paying out 2. So if you didn't receive something, you have to email me or Jessica, because I feel like there was somebody who didn't get it, but please let us know. I just thought about that while I was talking about management. I don't know why that made me think about that. And then the 2 people for tonight is Larissa and Shelly. So please email me, Larissa Knight and Shelly Webb, so that you can get your little $20, honey. Hey, it's a lot you can do with $20 these days. All right. So financial plan. Oh no, management team. So here's the part where this is what I said. I said, don't add your husband, but my husband's actually on my management team. Why? Because my husband doesn't play. My husband has accounts like City of Atlanta, Grad Achievement, that famous the bookstore in Buckhead, Georgia. So he's got all these different people that he serves on a day-to-day basis. He understands, he's invested, right? He's invested in business. He gets it. So he's not a typical husband that is like working a 9-to-5 doing corporate America. He's also, a 6-figure earner. So it's a little different. So if your husband is like that, yes, do it. If he's growing into being like that, yes, do it. Right? But if not, don't feel like you have to add him to the management team, because all you're doing is putting a space somewhere where somebody else could go. Okay. When you list the person, make sure you provide their experience. what they can do for the company, what they currently do for the company. Just treat it almost like a little profile summary, like on LinkedIn, how there's like a little LinkedIn summary. Treat it like that, like a little mini resume. Okay. And you can also add full-length resumes to your business plan. Yes, you can. Is it necessary? I mean, I don't believe so. As long as you make the key points, for that person's background and history and skill set, that should be good enough. Okay. Oh, and this, let me go back. With this management team, let me go back here real quick. Let me show you something. Boom. I'm gonna stop right here. Anybody familiar with the SBA, the MBE, the WMBE? Okay, get certified. Period. The individuals that are on your management team or individuals that are co-founders with you, especially if they are of color, you're a double minority. Especially if you're a female, you're a double minority. You're a double minority if you're a female, if you're a person of color, right? And if you make under $500,000 a year. Well, honey, call me double minority, okay? Because I'm okay with that. All right. So that's what you would be. And there's advantages to being quote unquote disadvantaged in their opinion. And this is where you want to go. When you're certified, it opens up the doors to so much. In places that you wouldn't even dream that you would have access to. Because you have this certification, you get access to that. Now that's a jewel. That may be a short part of the presentation, but it's probably the most financially rewarding part of this presentation. Me just telling you to do that right there. That right there. Okay. All right. So management, make sure management is on point and that they are, and you really list their background. Financial plan. This is where everybody gets scared. They get nervous. They don't understand and blah, blah, blah. But so if this is your first year in recruiting, I hate to give you a number because I don't know your efforts. I don't know what you'll do. You know what I mean? Or what you won't do. My first year, I made half 100,000. That was my first year. I was like, I was putting my all in, but that was just what I could do. It was just about $50,000. And that was for the whole year, my first year doing this for the whole year, just nothing but entrepreneur. And then it grew. And what am I saying? I'm saying it's what you put in. So know what you're going to do, right? Know how much energy you're going to put in. Some of you, I constantly read your IBPs because your intentional builder profile, because it's important for me to really understand your mindset, to understand what happens next. Because some people after this program will get a call from Jessica and it'll say something like, hey, Monique selected you to do XYZ. Would you like to partner with her? You get what I'm saying? To make, $2,000, $3,000, whatever that project consists of. But it starts with that IBP. And with that IBP, you really are able to understand your mindset. So if you say you can do 3 hours a week, I can't tell you you're going to make 60,000 a year. I can't tell you you're going to make 100,000 a year with 3 hours a week. You understand what I'm saying? So you guys project this off of what you're going to put in, period. That's the best way I can say that. So if you have no cash flow, still just project it, forecast it, think about it this way. I made this example here. If I have 10 contractors at $500 a piece in 1 month, because I'm going to show you how to place individuals where they're between $200 to $300 a month coming to you as a freelancer, right? One person. But imagine having 10 of them. You get what I'm saying? the whole thing is the strategy that I've been able to win at is grabbing my sector, grabbing the areas that I'm good at, right? The people that I know how to talk to, and doing a high volume on them. You notice I said place 10 of them. So 10 contractors, that's residual. Let's say 10 contractors for 10 months or for 12 months. Most of the contracts are 6 months, 10 months, 12 months, whatever. You hire them only one time. Y'all do realize that. You hire the person once and you get the check every month. Does that make sense to y'all? So how many contractors in a month will you be able to do is where this forecasting financial plan comes from. It does not have to be all, profit and loss statement, all that stuff. Not initially. Let's just figure out a number. Let's just get a number here. Let's just figure out a number of where we want to go. What is our projected number? Okay, let's do this right now. Let's go. Vanessa, what's your number? When you graduate this, and I give you everything that you need, I'm giving you everything. I'm giving you secrets, I'm giving you scripts, I'm giving you templates, and I'm giving you work orders. What are you going to do with it? How much you gonna make a month?
What I would like to start off making a month at least between 5,000 and 10,000 a month.
All right, there we go. I like it. Michelle, what's yours?
Sorry. I projected 8,000.
8,000. Okay, very good. Very good, Michelle. All right, Raquel. I'm writing this down, by the way. Go ahead.
Mine is about 8 to 10.
Okay, I like it. All right, Charmaine. And I want y'all to understand, remember your time and your energy. And realistically, I don't want to don't give me a number that I like. Give me a number that's gonna make sense for your life. Okay. I'm sorry, Charmaine. Go ahead.
I put 5,000.
Okay. All right. That's cool. That's what you got. Let's do it. Jules, let's do it. What's yours?
So mine's is at 5,000.
Okay.
But I definitely would like to see that, grow. I think I'm more on that learning curve. But yeah, so I think 5,000 to start would be realistic.
Okay, I like it. April. April still here?
They're talking away.
Okay.
At least 5,000 to 7,000.
Okay, 5 to 7. I like that. Okay, Larissa.
I think I put 3,000 if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Good job. Let's keep it going. Good job, Larissa. Shelly.
I said 10.
All right. Okay, very good. All right. So when it comes down to your financial plan, break this down. And of course, this is a guesstimate at this point in time, because remember, you're a freelance recruiter. You don't have a huge team yet. It's just you now, right? And so being able to figure out a realistic number that makes sense for your time, your energy, my first year, even getting to, it's so funny. I think about my first year of doing this, trying to get to that 50, even getting 50K in a whole year was a struggle for me. And then how I'm getting 10K months now, and it's not even hard. But I had to start somewhere. I literally had to start somewhere. And I had one year that was horrible. That I thought, I'm quitting this. I'm a recruiter trainer. I'm done. But God, he just needed me to go through the process. right? It's gonna look, sometimes you may have that drought. Listen, I'm here to tell you, it can happen, and then you can have that beautiful month that make you feel real good about yourself. So that, but recruiting is where you can get that residual money that just keep flowing, that just keep going. Okay. All right. Of course, if you guys have any past financial information, that's really good to have in here somewhere. Sales forecasting is very important. That's one thing I liked about, I think it was Larissa's or Shelly's, I'm not really sure which one, but one of them, let me see. One of them showcased some profit and loss statements, but also some forecasting. Yeah, that was both of them. I like that. I want you to think about that, to think about the growth. You may say 5,000 and you may only get 1,000, but you got to keep saying 5,000 anyway, every month. If that's your number, you got to keep saying it anyway. I'm gonna have a $5,000 month. I remember when I thought $5,000 a month was just like, that's gonna be so hard. And then got to 5,000, I was like, oh, how am I gonna get to 7? I can't get, because it's something that happens around when you get that 5K a month. It's hard to get past that. It's really hard to really get over that 5K a month. I don't know why. It is hard, but it takes consistency. That's all it takes is consistency. So here's the end of it. Just make sure that all the information that you have is on point. I want you guys, now that we've talked, I want to show you. I was going to jump into the lesson but you already got this. Look, this is the lesson. You already got this lesson. I'm not going to go back and do all of this stuff on how to create a mission statement. You guys have access to that. Let's go to something that's going to help you out immediately. So the talent to go. So I'm showing you guys the pitch that got me a couple $1,000 in investors. And so initially, this is just a pitch. This is just a regular pitch, talent to go pitch. You have your logo and all that good stuff there. And the first part of the pitch is understanding the problem. It's very similar to your business plan. But when you're pitching it to an investor, you want to tell them what problems you're about to be solving. So you want to point out what are some problems with a small to medium business to help them grow. Bad fit, nobody's getting promoted. Maybe they have a new role they need help with. Maybe someone switched the industry. All these people are leaving their jobs, and there's basically a place where you're like, if you're a small to medium business, it's costing you money to hire people on a day-to-day basis. You're bleeding out more money than you're actually getting the work out of the people who you're placing, because you're not placing the right people. And then you got to promote the people who've been there with you for the longest. And what you do with that spot, right? What do you do with the position that they were in at that time? And then what if you just figure out, wait a minute, this part of my division needs a whole new role. I can't even, customer service they're not supposed to be handling accounts payable. I need an accounts payable person. Or maybe the person that was in the role just said, you know what, I don't even like this company. I just want to switch industries altogether. So those are the reasons for TO, which is turnover. Okay. So startups and small businesses have open positions on the regular. Okay, that need experienced replacements within 7 days. Because here's the thing, when you're a small to medium business, I'm not talking about big corporations. When you're a small to medium business, put it this way, if Jessica decides that she wanted to quit today, that's me. Dead. I'm dead. I'm dead, y'all. So at the end of the day, you have to understand, startups and small businesses, our staff is life. It's our life. So guess what? I decided to create a solution for that, right? A service exchange marketplace that costs little to nothing. Now I want you to start thinking about you. What's your solution? Yeah, you're gonna find talent. Okay, whoop-de-whoop. But what's your solution? Right? One of my solutions, same day replacement or 72 hours. We have a division called Ready to Work. And you guys can listen. Let me tell you how confident I am. I'm giving y'all really my blueprint of what I created. You can say the same things, but you're not going to be me and I'm not going to be you, right? So you do this. If this is something that you think you can do, now don't if your database ain't heavy, don't say you're going to be 72 hours ready to work and nobody show up for a week now. Okay. I need you to be truthful to your word now. So normally when you can say 72 hours ready to work is really when you've been in the industry as long as I've been and my database is heavy. You know, I have a very heavy database. That's what you're building. So you may not be able to say that right now. Or you might want to say that. I'm just suggesting, okay? And I also have a right fit predictive AI, artificial intelligence, behavior technology that's connected to my software that I had a developer integrate and help with my current app. Okay, so those are my solutions. What are yours? What are yours? This is the real deal. This is when we get real, right? Now this presentation, we were actually, so we were focusing on small startups and small business that were in the real estate arena, property management and things like that. So that's why you see the instant job placement. So Fresh Talent to Go is a new Uber-like app specifically designed to solve temporary property management and real estate staffing problems. We started in that industry. We didn't finish in there. It definitely is no longer that because of COVID and things that happened there. But this is what that looks like. This is how I'm pitching. So after you pitch the solution, you talk a little bit more about the app. You talk about what it's designed to do and the types of people, or not even the app, your business. You talk about your business, what your business is designed to do, the type of people that your business will recruit. Right here, Shelly wouldn't just have cosmetology students. No, ma'am. Who are people that are normally cosmetology students? Think about it. People that like Sephora, people that are between the ages of 18 and some age.
18
24.
and 30. 18 and 30. And may go even because there was and when I was in school, there was a woman that was in her 50s. So it varies depending on what their passion was and how long they have been wanting to do it and finally got the opportunity to. So it definitely varies.
Okay, that's good. And then also the type of people, you got to think about it. They're creatives, they're artsy. They're, you're going to describe your people in this place. You're not necessarily going to do what I did here. You're going to describe your people. You can make a list of the types of roles that you can hire and also the persona of what that persona looks like. So don't necessarily bite this pitch completely because this was for a web app and I want to be clear, okay? And then baby steps, easy steps. I just talk about the process. What's the process? How easy is it for a client to onboard with you? Think about that. What will that look like? How easy will it be for a client to on board with you? How easy will it be for talent to get to the stage of being able to get an interview with you? Start thinking about those things even before we go into it, because we're going to go into that. But just start thinking about how you want it to flow already. You don't have to wait for me. So by the time we get there, you're acing stuff like Shelly and Larissa and Raquel. Okay. All right. Technology expertise. So then you start talking about your expertise, not technology, what your business does, what you do right now that you're an expert. What makes you an expert? Well, I've been in cosmetology for the last 6 years. I've been healthcare. Well, I've always been around healthcare. I'm actually a registered nurse. Booyah. That's it right there. You don't even have to say nothing else. I'm a registered nurse. How are you an expert with customer service? I've been in customer service for 20 years. Oh, booyah. You don't have to say nothing else. You get what I'm saying? Like, figure out what that is for you. and how you can connect it to your expertise. That's a part of the pitch. Then here's a list of competitors. On-demand staffing are my competitors. So anything Upwork, Fiverr, top, what is it? I think it's Top Echelon, Wanalo. There goes that W word again. Wanalo is super popular, by the way, Michelle. So they might kind of sort of be your competition too, kind of sort of, but not really, because most of the jobs are not, but they have a couple of remote things. But anyway, these are the on-demand staffing competitors that I had. Okay. And I reached out to, I even got the whole app for one of them. I think it was Wanalo. I got the app. Fiverr, I had known because I had used Fiverr for so long and I had so many issues with Fiverr. I learned how to make money on Fiverr, but I had so many issues on there. And so that helped me tremendously with making my own app. And then customer acquisition channels. Everybody knows what customer acquisition is, how you acquire customers. What are your channels? Social media, business to business lead generation, Boolean search techniques, which we're going to learn. Okay, we're learning in here B2B lead generation, Boolean search techniques, networking, trade shows, conferences. Those are how we're acquiring our companies. Remember, we have two types of customers. We have companies and we have talents. Any type of recruiter, freelance, or staffing firm. You have two types, okay? And let's just be clear on the difference of a recruiting firm and a staffing firm, because a staffing firm is focused normally on temp stuff, contract stuff, that residual money. Whereas, but remember, if you do it that way, you do have to pay them every 2 weeks now. But then there's the other part where we have a recruiting firm, which is more like I'm recruiting and sourcing. So, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that, the way, how I'm different than a staffing firm. So a recruiting firm is normally permanent positions. I do some contract positions. The insurance liability is higher when you do contract and staffing positions. So I try to stay away from that depending on the role. So recruiting, sourcing, and some contracting is basically what I do. And so you just have to figure out what it is that you want to do. If you want to be a staffing firm, if you want to be a recruiting firm. But recruiting firms, we don't do a whole lot of contract stuff. We go straight for the direct hires, okay? The permanent hires. And then how you find your talent, LinkedIn, Facebook, blah, 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 blah. All right, then you're gonna list, last but not least, you're gonna list your milestones. And in here, what our milestones were, when we started off, we didn't have anything. We were just at idea phase. So we excelled from idea phase to prototype phase. So in this area is where you're going to talk about your milestones. Listen, look what I did. Look what I put in my milestones. Interview 200 companies for customer discovery data. That's a milestone. So I don't want you to think, oh, well, I didn't get $10,000. I didn't make over $15,000. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I don't want to hear that. Everything that you do, that you accomplished, is a milestone in your recruiting company. Okay. I just finished my logo. Woohoo! That's a milestone. That's something that you did. You finished it. You accomplished that. Okay. Any questions on the final pitch? Because now I'm turning things back to you. Any questions? Okay, cool. So, oh wait, let me look in the chat because I think people might be. I called it. There's one called the Mom Project, Raquel. That's exactly what I was talking about. The Mom Project, Michelle. Look that up. Anchored in talent. Good job, Charmaine. I like that. All right. Did we get everybody's name? I think we did. Okay. All right. So let's go. Let's go. It's time for you guys to give me your mission statement. To tell me a little bit about you. And I guess I could put the mission statement. I guess I could share my screen again. and give you a little blueprint. But really, you don't need a blueprint, but I will, okay? Just because. All right. So here we go. Here's how to create a mission statement, for your business. You want to answer certain questions. What do you create? What do you develop? What do you design? What do you find? What do you identify? What do you help? What do you converge the gap in? Like, what do you do? So let's talk about that. Who's ready? Who's ready with their mission statement? And some of you all had mission statements in your business plan, to be honest with you. Yeah. Who's ready?
I can read what I have for my business plan.
Oh, I don't want you to read what you have from your business plan verbatim, but if you want to use it as your guide, you can. I want you to come from here. I'm an investor. I just walked in the door and I am looking to invest in a recruiting firm. So yeah, tell me about your mission statement. What are you guys about over there? Raquel?
From the customer aspect would be to fill the gap between having to like outsource talent themselves, because I know it can be time consuming and costly.
Mm-hmm.
And then from the talent aspect, would be filling the gap with them as well when it comes to actually finding companies or actually finding job opportunities that align with like what it is they want to do, their values, whatever they value or whatever they're looking for, in career growth. So just that, I definitely have to work on putting it together more, but
yeah, we're gonna work on that. Tell me, what do you want to be known for? What do you want anchored in talent or talent anchored? What do you want your company to be known for?
I would say I want to be known, really, it's more so from the talent aspect, really helping individuals find, I guess, like their dream career in a way.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And being like that first step, like instead of an Indeed or something like that, like, you come to me and that's what you're gonna get. Like, I understand you, I know what you're looking for, I know what you value, and I'm able to present you with that.
Okay. Start writing down some key phrases. You said dream maker, right? You didn't say dream maker, but that's what I heard. Dream maker. Start writing down some different phrases that relate to what you want to be known for, right? Okay. So I'm moving down. Let's go to Larissa. Larissa, what do you want to be known for? What do you want your company name? Repeat your company name again for me.
I'll just put night recruiting, but I was still.
Oh yeah, we never went to yours. Night recruiting. I don't know. When I hear night, for some reason, I think of a trucking company or transportation. I think transportation, I think industrial again, but not like from a recruiting perspective. Who's your target audience again?
I said people that are trying to get into like the business field, like marketing or human resources.
HR and marketing roles. I would play with your name. If you really just want to put your name in, okay, I would play with that name, something from night to day, or night something. Maybe you're someone who focuses on third shift jobs, right? Maybe you're someone who finds third shift jobs where people typically don't find. A lot of times companies, it's hard for them to find night jobs, right? Maybe you're that person. Maybe you'll find a professional HR marketing person that works for a distribution center in their third hour, or a hospitality company in their third hour, because all those companies need those third shift people, right? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just kind of playing with your name a little bit. So what do you want night riders? I'm just playing. What do you want the night staffing to be known for?
I kind of said maybe like disengaged employees, people that are looking to get into a field that they haven't been able to get into yet. Just kind of speaking from, I guess, more so my perspective, or how I felt that I've kind of settled for a company or an employment that I'm not necessarily in love with or don't necessarily enjoy, but it's hard to kind of get that entry level position that would fulfill what I need right now.
Okay. So start writing stuff down, like first steps, first jobs, first hire, first something. Because that's what you're saying. That's all I keep hearing. Because if those are dislocated people or individuals who desire to go from transition from job to career, that's another name too. They're going from job to career, right? So what do you want to be known for? Play with that a little bit more, okay? All right, okay. Jules, what do you want to be, what's the name of your company again, and what do you want to be known for?
Okay, so the name of my company is called Empowered. And so I guess in regards to the talent is empowering them to be able to pursue their careers with confidence, being prepared, and it's pretty much being prepared for the interview, and just kind of having that confidence to go forward with the career of their choice, and not just whatever's going to pay the bills. And then in regards to the company, to companies, is providing them with talent that is prepared, that is competent to carry out the jobs, that will allow them to maintain and to increase productivity.
All I keep hearing is success, right? Success on both ends. Success. So add that somewhere in it. We empower them to succeed. We empower them for success, even with your work, even with your name. I know you have your logo and all of that good stuff. I checked it out. It looks good, but you may want to think about playing with another word to connect to empowered. Empowered, what? Empowered something, empowered something, because when you think about productivity, that's success. When you think about, you know what I mean? All of that is success. That is succeeding. That is accomplishment. That is goal getting. So write those words down: goal getting, succeeding, empower, in feeling empowered, being accomplished. Play with those words, but just think about that, because you want to connect those dots. You know what I'm saying, guys? What do you want to be known for? I am, we identify the super talent in you to succeed in this, whatever the industry is, whatever your industry is. Or you can just have recruiting as being something that is actually a leg or a branch, because I know your logo is a tree. So that's
right.
Your branches, right? One of your branches is that you not only help this, but you also do career coaching and development. So while you're a part of your job searching product or service is finding them and placing them on a job. I don't just do job searching, baby. I do job placement. See, that's the difference. That's a differentiator. You want to talk about differentiator? Career coaches, most of them are coaches who desire to do career coaching. They were in HR, but they weren't recruiters. A lot of them are not recruiters. So when you get to that place where you can speak that language and have both in, like, oh, I can help you with interview, get the job, and I can also place you at the job. I got the end, I got the connection. I know what the price point is. I know what you need to put on your resume. I know what the hiring manager really likes. There you go. Put down, I got the secret, I got the sauce, I got the recipe. Write that down. Just start writing stuff down. You have the recipe, you got the sauce, you got the secrets. Okay. So there you go. So that should help start forming your mission statement. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Did we go to Michelle already?
No, not yet.
Okay, Michelle, let's go with yours. Your WOYOT.
Well, what I had while listening to everybody else when you're speaking to them, I think I threw that to the side because it's not going to work. So I started to think about convenience, the availability, open to hours, and well, since I'm just speaking with you, I'm not putting it on paper. I'm trying to figure out a way to express experienced women or mothers who are adaptable.
Okay.
So finding ways to put that in a political term.
I'm going to ask,
politically correct term.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you this question. What do you want to be known for? What do you want those mothers, your target audience, how do you want them to feel? What do you want to make them feel when they finished at WOYOT? How are they going to feel?
A part of my original mission statement mentioned walking away feeling satisfied, happy, and heard.
Okay, so what's the problem?
My usual.
Miss Analytic, I got to give you an award for being Miss Analytical. Okay, listen, this doesn't have to be an Apple or a Gap mission statement. This is WOYOT. Okay, this is your baby. This is your thing. And you want them, and I don't know why I just asked that. Well, how do you want them to feel when they walk away from you? Right? How do you want them to feel? That had to be nothing but God. But listen, that's something that you need to stick with. How do I want them to walk away? Happy and hurt. Man, I went to a recruiter and they didn't ignore me. I don't feel rejected. I don't feel less than. I feel happy. I'm in my next career adventure. Put that down. Career adventure. Talk about career adventure. Because don't you get happy when you go on an excursion, an adventure, or y'all can throw in words too now. I'm thinking of a word where you're not a vacation, but just an event, something where it makes you happy. Because you went there, a field trip. I don't know, but just think of some different words that can explain what you really do for them and what you want to be known for. But you've got some good words there. Just continue on, because simplicity is beautiful. There is beauty in brevity. We got to remember that, y'all. Okay. I got Raquel. She's good. Jules is good. April. I don't think I got, did I get April? I don't think I got April. No. April, let's go for it. Let's talk about your business name and what you want to be known for, because I want this to be your mission statement.
I said iWorks talents and resources. I want to be known for providing resources such as placement tests, training, anything that will encourage them that they can achieve the job or they can be placed in the career they want.
The key. You giving them a key. You're giving them blueprints. You're giving them keys. You're giving them resource. What's another name for resources, y'all? Those are keys, secrets, blueprints. That's good. And another thing that's good is I like iWorks. I like that. Now, did you check what city, what state are you in?
I'm in Georgia.
Okay. Go ahead and check that, April.
I checked now when I did look it up. I did find something with iWorks by itself, the
Okay.
name, and I was like, I don't know if I can still add something onto it
You can.
to be
Hold
my
on.
own.
Yeah, you absolutely can. So let me show you. Let me show you. So, oh, why did I stop share? I meant to I want to show you something of what you need to do. Let me go back and share. I want to show you what you can do to really find out, okay? And this is what I want everybody to do. When you see, when you do find a name and you're like, wait a minute. You said it was in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. So it's called Northwest Georgia iWorks. First iWorks virtual work source. Okay. iWork. Okay. Let me see something. This is how y'all find out. You look up this, it's in Northwest Georgia. So it seems like it's connected with the state. That's what it looks like, April.
Mm.
It looks like it's connected with the state of Georgia, Northwest Georgia, though. So, employer-led partnership enabling an education system responsive to the, oh, Jesus, that's just too much. Virtual career for iWorks. Let's look up there. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, this is connected with the state. Okay. With the educational system.
Okay.
See, WorkSource Georgia. I knew it would look familiar. It's a part of WorkSource Georgia. Okay, so here's what you can do. Play with, what's your sector? What's your sector? What's your industry? What's your category
Um,
of people that you want to recruit?
Possibly like the tech support or
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
yeah.
Got a name that's already like heavily
Yeah,
out there.
yeah.
Heavily out there. Okay, that's okay. It's small things to a giant, right?
Yeah.
So what we can do is play with this. Play with that. I want you to play with that synonym
Okay.
in comparison to what you're looking for. You
Okay.
said what's a fancy word for work? You said you wanted to deal with information technology. Is that what you said?
Possibly or IT, I mean tech support or something around that, something in that area.
Okay. Play with that for me. Play
Okay.
with that, please. You know, go to some really good word synonym. Don't just do one word synonym website. Go to all of them. and
Okay.
just play with it. Play with all of these words. Gig. Ooh, I like gig. That just jumped out to me.
Yeah.
Play with gig. You know what I mean? I work, gigs. Do you get what I'm saying? Play with
Yeah.
that. I like that. Even though that kind of goes a little bit to freelancing. But just play with those words and really think about remember, you're giving secrets, tips, keys. That's what I heard. Keys. Remember that. You got
Okay.
keys going on. You giving them, everything that they need, the secret recipe. So
Okay.
I'll add those words in combination. If I were you, I would think of a new, unless you know how to tweak it to be something different with iWork. You could do, you could do something with it. Cloud help desk tech support, IT. Yeah, you could play with it. Just
Play with it.
keep playing with it. But at this point though, it's time for you to really figure out your audience though. It's time for you to not be, I'm thinking about, I might be, because we're here. We're on the brink. Next week is gonna get even deeper. So you got to get to a place where you're feeling out where you want to target your efforts. Even if it changes, I need you to make a decision. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Who else? Who didn't go? I need
I
to.
didn't know.
Who said
This
that?
is Shelly.
Okay, go ahead, Shelly.
Okay, so it's Lux Staffing Agency. We empower passionate up-and-coming cosmetology professionals to join the beauty industry with a support system guiding them along the way. We continue their development, the development of the cosmetology professional, and connect them with top-notch salons that will nurture their passion to create.
Yeah. Yep. All that and some. Yep. Yeah, I have nothing to say, but yeah. All right. So who's on your team, Shelly?
I have to look. I know. I have to look at their names. Hold on.
Anybody who is not, now here's where it comes in. You're gonna be like, no, that's not fair. If you're on Shelly's team and you're not winning, then I'm blaming Shelly. Okay?
No.
Yes. If you're on Shelly's team and you're not winning, and your homework assignment is not winning, I'm blaming Shelly. So whoever is her accountability partner, I need y'all to, same thing for Larissa, same thing for Jules, same thing for April, whoever you're with, you guys should be winning together. That was the whole point of having an accountability team. Okay. If your person is MIA, let me know and I'll do a little shoulder tap. All right. Because we want to get to the money. Like we want to impact lives and we want to get our income impacted at the same time. Okay. So those are the two missions for the bar graduates. Okay. All right. I wanted to go somewhere else. Mission and statement. We went over this already. I feel like that's everything I wanted to go over tonight. I don't want to like bombard y'all with stuff. But you're in the next phase now. You're in the phase, guys, where you write your vision, you make it plain, you research your competitors this whole week. See, I shouldn't have to can give you the homework to do this. This is something that you should already do. And that's create your strategy, the marketing strategy. But the only way you can create a marketing strategy if you know who you're going after, and that takes those phone calls. Hey, if your name is Raquel, you call there. Hey, my name is Vanessa Parks. You just be somebody else. and you call and you make an order, just like, I just want to know, I'm calling around to find out the best price for my establishment. Well, where do you work? I work for NCR, honey. Don't worry about the company. Just tell me what your prices are. You can get with them like that. That's what I did. Well, listen, my company is confidential because I don't want to be harassed. I don't want you calling and asking blah, blah, blah. Tell me what your pricing is, and I'll get my CEO to reach out to you if they decide to move forward. Now, you know your CEO not moving forward, but however, it's just a good thing to do. So solidify your rates for your business based on your niche by going and looking at those other recruiters. Now, if you're saying to yourself, I don't want to start my own recruiting firm really right now, I just